This is a multi-part tutorial of the Emperor's New Groove speedrun. If you have not seen the previous parts, please click here to watch those first. This part will cover Catacombs and the Lab. Skip another FMV!
Cusco, line up with the corners, and I'll bet they'll automatically turn us around.
The Catacombs have 3 roller coaster levels. They're similar to River in that you're always moving forward. On the track, there are blue arrows that turn you, yellow arrows that give you a speed boost, jump pads, and green pads that reverse your controls. You want to hit as many boosts, jump pads, and green pads as you can to gain and conserve speed. The most important thing though is to not fall off, as you will respawn back to the top. The first coaster is pretty straightforward. Fall down at this spot to get some more boost. Any movement you do should really only be using left and right on your joystick or keyboard. Skip another FMV! Jump down at the start and get the charge potion. Climb back up and navigate through the obstacles. Here's a way you can get a faster cycle on the lift, but it's a little tight. When you load into the level, don't do a buffered roll because otherwise the rotating block will get in your way. Grab the charge, then quickly get over to the lift, jump on the tail, and then jump up. Your movement needs to be tight, so if you have any doubt you're not going to make it, just go for the slow cycle.
Checkpoint.
In this section, you can quickly jump under the lift to catch an early cycle. Be careful with this jump as it's easy to bonk on the legs of the lift.
Checkpoint.
Kill the guard and get his coin to gain some more charge. Coming up.
Checkpoint.
Whoa, jeez, give me a second. Well, yeah, you heard them. Grab that checkpoint. We want to conserve as much charge as possible. So towards the end of this path, use less charge when you know you can make the cycle.
Yum yum.
Take your time getting to the red idol. Once you grab the red idol, Deathwarp back. Ideally, you want to enter this boss fight without needing to refill on charge, but if you need some, take this one.
Yum yum.
To fight these block kids, get behind block A, then charge it once it starts moving. Quickly kill block B, then kill block C, but watch out, it can still catch you off guard. The block daddy can spawn either red or black bombs, and it's a coin flip whatever bomb you get.
Checkpoint.
Booyah! Out of my way!
Checkpoint.
Llama coming.
Cusco, line up with the corners, and I'll bet they'll automatically turn us around.
For Catacombs 3, I'll show off a simple path and the more advanced path. In both paths, it's key to pay attention to what pads to touch. Any deviation can have a snowball effect where trying to be too fast in one part will cause you to screw up a later part. For the advanced route, stay in the middle of these two paths. You'll gain a lot of speed boost from it. Again, it's important to hit the exact pads that I'm showing. Land on solid ground here and just fall down. Don't hit another jump pad or you will fall to your death. Catacombs 4 can be skipped entirely. Stand at the very edge of this corner. Have Cusco point out perpendicular to the edge of the platform. I don't recommend using the skybox to line yourself up because Jungle Knight 3 can actually alter skyboxes and screw up your visual cue. Just have Cusco as straight on as you can. Now, do a neutral charge jump, and when you see the platform you stood on disappear from your screen, start holding up left. If done correctly, Cusco should make it over to the secret area without death warping. Here's the trick in full.
Llama coming. Yeah.
And here it is again on keyboard.
Yeah.
Cusco, line up with the corners, and I bet they'll automatically turn us around.
Yeah, not much to say here. Just pay attention to what I do and you'll be fine. At the start of the level, Pacha will try to force a conversation on you.
Right.
This is not proper consent, so we're gonna skip it. Make sure you don't input anything until the level loads in. Then, quickly skip the flyby cutscene and roll to the right to avoid talking to Pacha.
Out of my way.
Charge!
Avoid collecting any coins so that we don't increase our charge bar. I'll explain why later. After the red idol, head to the other door and we're going to do the same trick we did back in Village 3. Remember Village 3? Those were fun times. Anyway, press look in charge at the same time to enter the door in first person. Cusco will spawn in the next room from the wrong direction, which will skip a cutscene trigger. This is called angle storage.
Let's have a look-see.
Now there are trap doors in this room and we can accidentally reactivate the cutscene if we're not careful. So charge jump straight ahead, then turn right at the last minute. We're going to become Bunny Cusco this time, which we would have seen earlier had we not skipped Catacombs 4 earlier. Bunny Cusco can jump higher the longer you charge it up. This is why we avoided coins, because if the charge bar was bigger, it takes longer to do a max jump. Jump to this first idol, but stay near the edge so you don't activate the cow guard. Then perform a max height jump to the second idol.
Yeah.
We're going to do some trickery to skip some cutscenes in Lab 2. It's not difficult, but it is complicated, so listen! When starting the level, do a buffered roll forward and immediately skip the flyby cutscene to gain control. touch the checkpoint trigger on the stairs, then quickly run back to Pacha. This will cause both Pacha's cutscene and Kronk's cutscene to overlap with each other. Skip the dialogue using only the charge button, then run towards Kronk to get caught in his net. Pacha will throw the potion as you're getting caught. Wait until the screen has fully turned white, then quickly mash the dialogue. If you aren't able to get through all the dialogue after Kuzco transforms, the game will trigger another cutscene and crash the game. If you're worried about not making it in time, just press F4 to leave the level, then try the trick again. It's better than crashing. Here's the cutscene overlap in full.
Checkpoint.
Out of my way. Turtle coming. Turtle what?
Around this point, make a sharp turn to the right, hug the wall, then start sliding off the edge. Kuzco won't fall to the ground because...
I'm a turtle.
Yeah, because he's a turtle. Slide straight forward for a little bit, then slide upright, then slide straight again. Eventually, Kuzco will start falling. You can stop holding forward to get your bearings and avoid the holes, but it isn't necessary. Just don't be over any death pits and you'll land safely at the end. Here it is again at full speed. There's a tiny optimization where if you buffer roll to the left, then hold jump the first frame the level loads in, you can speed towards Pacha. It's very quick and tough to hit, so it's not a big deal if you don't get it.
You get...
For the main room, hop, then medium hop towards the right wall to bonk and grab the
Checkpoint.
Then change some max hops towards the red idol like so. Once you grab the idol, Deathwarp back. Land on this pedestal here to activate the door optimally.
Hey, I'm a llama again.
Skip the FMV, and the thing to note about these yellow 2D sections is that you want to stay away from the main back wall itself. Otherwise you can bonk on it and it will screw up your jumps. With good movement, you should catch the cycle to jump on the spike platform, then cross the gap before they rotate. Make sure you charge on the ground a little bit so you kill the beetles. Just tank any damage on the swinging skulls, but sometimes they can bounce you in weird ways, so make sure to react accordingly.
That's better. Tasty.
Checkpoint.
Out of my way! Tasty.
Checkpoint.
This is a minor thing, but in these falling platform rooms, there's an invisible wall that can try to screw with you, so make sure not to jump off this section. In the room with the button, neutral charge jump, then jump off the button again. You'll enter the door while the cutscene is playing, skipping it entirely. These tiles are a little confusing, so I'll explain how they work. If you bonk on the right half of this side, the tiles will go to the left, and vice versa. We'll start by heading to the left door, so we want to bonk on the right. Also, when going on these tiles, charge jump so you bonk and then land on the first tile. Now we want to go to the room opposite to us, so we'll bonk on this part.
Llama coming through! Out of my way!
The tiles in this room don't behave in the same way as the other one did. We want to bonk on the right half so the tiles go to the right where the red idol is. Don't ask me why the developers changed the rules like that. I don't know. Emperor's New Groove. Another button skip similar to the one we did in the previous room. If you get this skip, you'll get another benefit in the upcoming Yzma fight. When you talk to Yzma, the game is supposed to freeze you and have a cutscene of her pulling out a hammer. But the cutscene skip we did earlier breaks it, giving you control. Press roll 3 times to skip the dialogue while also getting closer to Yzma. On her last dialogue, charge into her and she'll get hit before she has time to pull out the hammer. Now you can just damage her without getting hit at all. You'll have to wait each time as she does have some invincibility frames. In case you fail the button skip, here's how to fight her with the hammer. She'll spin at the same places every time, so jump kick her at these spots. If you miss, just wait for her to slow down.
Boom, baby. Out of my way.
We're going to manipulate an elevator cycle in this next room. Wait in a specific area, then listen for a music cue to start running again.
Out of my way. Woo-hoo-hoo! Out of my way.
If done correctly, you should make this elevator with no problems. Skip the first door because we're heading into the next one. You can charge a little bit while the cutscene is playing here. Make sure that you grab the checkpoint because we're gonna need it. Jump down on the button and jump off of it. Now we want to Deathwarp back. Go back through and solve the puzzle normally.
Out of my way.
Get the red idol, exit, and Deathwarp again.
Out of my way.
Wow.
You know. Woo-hoo-hoo!
You're almost there, one more level to go. We're going to try and catch an early cycle here before we enter the level. Skip the FMV, perform a buffered roll to the left, wait a little bit, then skip the flyby cutscene and quickly grab the charge and enter the door. Press the button like normal.
Out of.
Here it is again in full.
Checkpoint.
Out of.
Hit the grape switches from right to left because some will relock faster than others. Here's another button cutscene skip you can do here. Jump on the button corner closest to the door and have your angle like this. This skip is very picky, not just because of the angle you need, but you have to jump off the button the first frame you land. Otherwise, if you jump the second frame, your momentum will not get conserved and you'll stop dead in your tracks, barely an inch from the door. Just do the best you can and don't sweat it if you miss it.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Out of my way.
As you're jumping on the button, turn yourself down right, then jump off the button into the death pit. The cutscene will save you and teleport you closer to the door. Here's our last encounter with the brat on a bike. Switch to keyboard because for some reason the brat moves way slower when you use keyboard.
Booyah! Out of my way! Llama coming through!
Grab this
Checkpoint.
and don't touch any others.
Attack. 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 Attack.
When death warping back, you'll spawn on the owl switch. Wait until the fade-in is done before jumping off, otherwise the timer will turn off. To get past this cow, roll onto the switch, then jump over the cow's shoulder. For the tile room, bonk on the right and head left. Jump across to get both of these switches. When the tiles come back, bonk on the left here. Get the idol.
Booyah!
Then just Deathwarp.
Llama coming. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo! Out of my way! Llama coming through! Woo-hoo-hoo! Llama coming.
You're at the home stretch. For the cat race, just hold pure right and remember to stay away from the back wall because you can still bonk. Time will end when you touch the final potion, and if you have the auto splitter, the game will automatically do it.
Well, see ya on the other side.
And that covers the entire speedrun. There was a lot of explanation and starting and stopping to go through, so if you want a refresher on everything you've learned, check out the example run so you can view it in real time and also get an idea of what times you can achieve. There's a link in the description as well. Congrats! You finished running the Emperor's New Groove speedrun! Now what? Once you've finished your first run, it's time to submit it to the leaderboard. If this is your first time ever submitting a speedrun, wow, you picked a doozy of a game to start with, but I'll walk you through the process. Head over to speedrun.com/tang. We also have our speedrun.com page included in the video description. Here you can see the game, the categories you'll choose. You'll want to pick any percent. You'll see the build and all of our runs ranked by time. This shows the game rules and the category rules. Let's go ahead and click submit run. Now this should be full game. You're doing an any percent run. Build will be whatever you chose to run on PC or PlayStation. I normally run on PC, so there will be that. Players will be your speedrun.com username here. Runtime, this is going to be divided in hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Don't worry about milliseconds unless you're doing like individual levels. But in my case, my PB is a 45-40, so I'll put 45 minutes and 40 seconds. Video URL, we prefer a YouTube video as it's the easiest to handle, but any video hosting site will work as long as we are able to see it. We prefer a YouTube URL, so I'm just going to use my YouTube video. This will be the date you did your run. If you did the same day, you'll just keep it at that. But if you did it run earlier, like say you did your run on the 1st of the month and you're submitting it now, you just change it to that. Region, if you're doing it on PC, this does not matter. If you did your run on PlayStation, you would then select it there. Platform, again, make sure that it's the correct version because it likes to default to PlayStation. This is if you did an emulator. Description could just be whatever you want, so booyah. Any information you think we need to know. This is optional, but you can also upload your splits to here if you want to. Don't worry about this. This is just because I'm a mod. And go ahead and click submit. Thank you so much for giving our game a chance. This tutorial took a lot of work and I hope it helped. If you want to get in touch with the community, head over to the Emperor's New Groove speedrunning Discord, which is linked in the description. You can share your times, ask for help, and just talk with other runners, including myself. One last thing, because the tutorial is technically not over. There's always more to learn. When you're ready for a challenge, head over to the Advanced Strategies video. Only the grooviest will survive. switch to keyboard because for some reason the brat just moves. Mower. Mower. I'm mowing my lawn.